Chapter 2, Section 7, meaning of an equation. We're still working with expressions. You're going to see an equal sign this time. However, it's just simply separating two expressions. So it doesn't necessarily mean that we're solving equations. I'll explain more when we get there. When expressions have the same value, they are equivalent. Another word for equivalent is equal. All right? A little bit better. So equal means equivalent. Same value. You can write a statement when two expressions are equal. This is called an equation. Okay? So equations must have an equal sign. This 9 equal 9 right now is an equation, and that is a true statement. 7 minus 9 and 2 minus 4 will give you -2. So that is a true statement. And 12 divided by 3 equals 4. 12 divided by 3 on this side is 4. Does 4 equal 4? True. So both sides need to have the same value, both sides of the equation. These equations are all true. Both sides of the equal sign have the same value. If the two expressions have different values, you do not have an equation. Example number 1, tell whether 2 plus 6 equals 11 minus 3 is true or false. We're going to do 2 plus 6 on the left side of the equation first. So this would be the left side of the equation, and then that is the right side that I'm referring to. It's supposed to be an R. 2 plus 6 is 8. 11 minus 3 is 8. Does 8 equal 8? Absolutely. So it's true. Sometimes they may say yes or no, and I think our work over here today, they're going to say yes or no. This would be a yes. 2 plus 6 equals 11 minus 3 is true. When an equation contains variables, again, those are letters, you can substitute a value for the variable, then tell whether the number equation is true or false. So in example number 2, tell whether 2a equals a plus a when a is 3. So they want you to substitute. You're going to put in a 3 here, okay, which is going to be 2 times 3 equals 3 plus 3. So here's the equation that they wrote, 2a equals a plus a. Substitute the left side, 2 times 3, and substitute the right side, 3 plus 3. And the reason you have a question mark here is because you have to determine whether it's true or false. And if it's equal, it's equal. But if it's not equal, then you would do one of these signs right here. That is the non-equal sign. However, when you do 2 times 3, you get 6. When you do 3 plus 3, you get 6. So 6 equals 6, and that's a true statement. So 2a equals a plus a when a is 3. Now, example number 3, tell whether 3 times x plus 2 equals 3 times x plus 2 when x is -1. So, again, on the left side, you are going to put a -1 for this x, and on the right side, you are going to put a -1 in for that x. And the difference being you have parentheses on the left side, on the right side, you don't. So, here we go. Solving 3 times x plus 2, let's put a -1 in there. And I'm just going to stick with this for a split second here, going straight down the middle. -1 plus 2, that gives me a +1, and I have to do parentheses first, so order of operations you need to know. And now 1 times 3 gives me 3 on the left side. When I put -1 on the right side, 3 times -1, I'm going to do the multiplication first. Again, order of operations tells me multiplication first, and these parentheses tell me that it's multiplication. So 3 times -1 is -3, and notice they just kept bringing down their +2. -3 plus 2 gives you -1, and there it is. 3 does not equal -1. So that would be a false statement, or you would simply say no. Your work on page 43, top box ignoring, bottom 2 ignoring, and I only need yes or no for numbers 1 through 14. However, line paper, or writing these out, again, if I was doing this, I would make sure I'm just writing them out slowly and solving. And again, I'm going to kind of take care of that for you. So number 1 is 24, and then they said divided by 3. And for the sake of time, I'm not going to put the word and in there. I'm just going to put 16 minus 8. And if you feel like you need to do that on your paper, you do not need to write out the word and. Just leave space so you know that there's a left side and a right side. So 24 divided by 3, I know it's going to be 8. and 16 minus 8 is 8. So again, back to the directions, tell whether expressions form an equation. In this case, 8 equals 8. There's an equal sign in there. They're the same value. So you are going to say yes. And if it was 8 equals 9, you would say no because 8 does not equal 9. All right, that's your assignment, 1 through 14. You may begin.